I'm Patti Zona, and I was born in Neptune, New Jersey, and I've written a book, Little Cottage House. I wrote this book because when I bought my house, I thought it was going to be the solution to my financial problems, but instead it turned out to be the worst thing I could have done because I paid way too much for this house, and they didn't disclose the problems. There were millions of people affected by the collapse of the housing market. And some people were walking away from their homes, selling their homes to the bank, and the banks profited. It was a very difficult time. There's some really bad decisions made by the government and by big corporations. They became greedy. They would try and fill these quotas, and if they couldn't make their quota, they would fudge the numbers. And then they went into the housing market to help balance their books. Meanwhile, the people lost their homes and no longer had their savings account. I mean, it was a horrible time, and it could happen again. That's the scary thing. The people that caused these problems were rewarded. They didn't have to be held accountable. They didn't have to give back. People don't want to know. They don't want to know because it might affect their jobs. They don't want to be involved. They just want to keep going straight so that they don't rock their boat. But eventually, it has to be addressed. My house had so many problems, rotten wood and just unbelievable things, and I would take pictures. I went to show the pictures to Edina Realty, and they ignored me. They told me they didn't want to talk to me, they didn't want to see me, and if I didn't leave, they would call the police. These people knew what they were doing, but you know, it's a corporation. Again, it's where the Supreme Court ordered that these people didn't have to be accountable. But because I was an individual, I didn't have any recourse. People have to know that, because it's not until people understand. If you're going to have a problem with a corporation, a real estate agent, a car dealer, or whatever, you need to have some recourse. I want people to read the book and feel inspired, empowered, and realize that they can learn anything, and if they believe in something strongly, and if it's for the good, then not to give up, to continue on the path for the good, for their children, for the future. I'm Patti Zona, and this is my book, Little Cottage House, Revolutions and Revelations.